Rhonda Shear.
Oh, honestly, I could just kill my Uncle Harry. He plops down on the sofa every time he's over here, and then he doesn't even bother to straighten it up after he drags his big, sweaty old body all over it.
Come on, Ava, relax, will you? You just put in a full day at the site, you swam your tush off over there at Belden's Pond, and the moment we come through the door, you practically attack that poor sofa. It's too hot, and life's too short.
You're right. It is hot. But Mom and I work very hard to keep this little place looking neat. It's not easy either.
Looks fine to me.
You're so polite. You'd say that even if this place looked like a pigsty.
I doubt it.
I don't. I love your politeness, Jack, because it's so natural with you. Nothing put on or phony just to impress. And it doesn't make you any less of a man, either.
Glad to hear that.
Believe it. You want a cold drink?
No, Ava, I should really get on the road.
Why the rush? Stacy waiting?
No, I just thought I might drop by PJ's and say hello, maybe see if she needed a lift home.
There's plenty of time yet. Besides, it only just got dark while we were swimming. Oh, ouch. Boy, I really got a sunburn over the weekend. Oh.
How could you get a sunburn through that gorgeous tan?
I don't know, but I did. Am I peeling?
No, not at all.
Thank God. I hate that look on a woman, don't you? You ever notice Bertha's shoulders at work?
Yeah, I noticed they're bigger than mine.
You're right. There's not a gird around that Bertha wouldn't tackle. Anyway, she gets these awful messy sunburns right after Memorial Day weekend every summer. Her shoulders peel halfway down her bazooms. It's gross.
Not a pretty sight.
Like what you said about her shoulders? Her bazooms make me look like I'm 10 years old and just starting out. Does it embarrass you when I talk like that?
Like what?
Bazooms. I picked that up from my older brothers when I was just a kid, and it just sort of stuck.
Well, why should it embarrass me? It's a pretty descriptive term, but then the guys on the crew call her Chugs.
Boy, was I ever wrong about you.
In what way?
Well, when you first came to work on the crew, I was afraid that you didn't have any sense of humor.
Why? Because I didn't walk up to Bertha and ask her about her jugs?
No, but because I knew that you were Jack Forbes, and that your grandfather was Cabot Alden, and that Roger Forbes was your father. And in all the movies I grew up with, people like that just don't laugh very much. I don't know why.
Probably too busy counting their cash.
See, that's what I mean, Jack. You can even laugh about having money. There's so many things that I envy about you.
Don't, Ava.
Oh, but I do. I remember when Pop was still living and the mill was still running. You couldn't sleep in this house from the noise of it. The walls shook 24 hours a day. But those were the best times for the Westcott kids. Pop even had a second-hand car and used to take us all for a ride every Sunday afternoon. One Sunday, we were on the other side of town. Gosh, I couldn't have been more than 6 or 7 at the time. I remember looking out the car window and seeing this big white house sitting high on a green hillside. The sun made it whiter and just seemed to make the windows light up. I remember asking Pop if it was real and could anyone actually live there. He said, "That's the Alden Mansion." Very first time I ever heard that word. Mansion.
Well, it's another descriptive word. It means big, fancy, overpriced dwelling place for people with absolutely no sense of humor.
I'm being serious, Jack. I'll never forget that day. And all the time I was growing up, I never dreamed that I could actually meet someone who lived in that house. Or one like it. And now here you are. Right here.
Well, it just proves miracles can still happen, I guess.
No. It proves more than that to me. See, anything's possible. Anything. If you wait long enough.
Ava, look, it would be real easy. Where would it get us?
Anywhere you wanted it